One, if you're looking at, you're gonna be one of the.
One with, Matt Snyder lives on that.
Yeah.
Morning, everyone.
You hear us all right, Rihanna?
Yes, I can hear you.
Cities, we're not.
Gina can tell us about her excursion.
That one takes a while. I went on the country music cruise. Oh, me too. West and then Nassau, Bahamas. Like a floating Nashville was amazing.
Here.
Okay, all right, let's call the meeting to order.
All right, good morning, everyone. So I'm Maria. As you guys know, Spencer's out today for vacation, so Jerry and I will try our best to lead this meeting as the best we can. You have two citizens?
Yeah, generally what we do, just so you know, I'm the chair, so I'll lead the meeting and then everybody will have their moment for their input. Oh, perfect, yeah. So we'll start with introductions. Jerry, if you want to start.
I'm Gary Bryant, member of the Transportation Safety Committee. I'm O'Brien, member of the committee.
Lynn Coleman, member of the committee.
Tisha, Chair.
Jerry Nelzine, City of Canby.
Maria, Public Works Specialist.
Jenny Driscoll, member of Trade.
Jackie Jones, member of the
Deanna Baltard, Vice Chair.
Tracy Hensley, Council President and Liaison to this Commission.
Brianna Adata, I'm an associate planner and I'm the planning liaison to the commission.
There, yes.
And I'm our guest.
Tim Jamison, and assistant.
I'm Maureen Geiger.
Jerry Geiger, citizen.
Oh,
Ruth Sweetness.
Perfect. Did everybody have a chance to look over the minutes from the October meeting? Did you look over the minutes?
I move that we approve the minutes of the October 8th, 2025 minutes.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, citizen input. We'll start with you, that you guys sent in a letter. Did everybody, I sent the letter out, did everybody get a chance to review the letter? Get a chance to review it? So if you guys want to tell us a little bit about your concerns and.
Well, actually, we've actually lived across Michael School on Northwest Fifth for 38 years. And the issue that we have seen recently, well, within the last, I don't know how long that stop sign's been there. The school's there's a T intersection with North Douglas. And we find that for some reason, people can't see that stop sign. We call it as our letter said, the 30-30-30 stop sign.
The one on Douglas, the T,
No, the one on Fifth Street.
okay,
It's now 30% of the people stop, 30% of the people just slowly go through it, and 30% of the people miss it.
This one here, right?
No,
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 are you
it's the
going
one right in front of the
wait, Arnold,
school.
yep,
Oh, one right in front.
Yep.
We'll go the other way,
the other left,
right there.
right in front of
Oh.
the door of the school.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
There wasn't a stop sign there, and it used to be a through street, and then the city put a stop sign in there,
Right in front of the
Um,
entrance.
right in front. of
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
And,
have a mid-block.
This
stop.
one.
Yeah.
okay.
And for some reason, people just run right through it. And a few days after we sent the letter, we gave a copy to the police department. They had an officer sitting there and somebody drove right through it, so he stopped and gave him a citation. But it's just because it's a school. You know, the activity around a school is only like 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the afternoon, and then when there's special events, but still, there's always people coming and going, it's the inconvenience of school.
It is chaos because it's little kids.
So we weren't sure if there was anything that could be done, so we just thought we'd throw it up in the air and.
We were kind of hoping that something like the stop signs, I think there's one near the Fairground Event Center, where it's got the, yes,
Blinking lights.
the blinking red, and I don't know that that would make a difference, but maybe to bring a little more attention to, yes, you still have to stop there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I have a question. Why is there no full crosswalk?
There used to be one, they removed it, and they have it on the opposite, the Fru's
I see
side.
that.
Yeah, and that's where they want the children to cross, is on, that side,
That's coming from,
yes.
west to east.
Yeah.
And that's almost like a little.
Why would they have them cross away from the stop sign?
There's one there
There's
too.
one on each side.
There's one on each side.
Yeah.
And they don't miss that one.
We had to black it out, I think.
Well-
move it.
They probably do, but we can't see that one as well.
Gotcha.
But some cars go so fast that we believe that they have probably run that too. Because there's no way you can go from 0 to 25 as quickly as they do sometimes.
Gotcha, okay.
There is also an issue with people not using the crosswalk, particularly employees of the school.
Part of the time, yeah, parents and kids actually will cut across the street, not using the crosswalk. Also, when they park down, as you can see towards the end of the street there, which would be the west direction, people park there and walk across the street, sort of not using the crosswalk.
You're able to the fact that the stop sign is not seen and crosswalks aren't being used properly. Is there any way that you can make it more visible that it is a school zone. With advanced signage or warning.
And this was an issue a long time ago when we did that bump out and stuff, and now it seems like it's getting, yeah, they're always, yeah, absolutely. What I was wondering. And since Spencer shouldn't have gone on vacation, I love him and I hate him. What about a stop ladder? What if we tried to throw one of them down? They're pretty cheap, like,
Flashlight,
like, you know, like in San Francisco and all them have them, the rubber flapper on the
Yeah.
road.
oh, yeah,
And this doesn't get, we put it over at Pine,
Yeah, I was just
Or-
gonna say, did it
but-
work at Pine?
it got ran over and there was so much traffic, it didn't last, but I don't know. That's the only thing I could think of for a cheap trial, I don't know.
It would at least bring awareness to it, I think, if they see that there's.
How's the striping?
Actually, it's pretty good.
Is it, okay?
Can we schedule a field trip over there?
Something we can consider too, and this picture illustrates it, is the most high risk times of day when the kids are coming and going, there's a decent chance there's a bus parked right there. So that's blocking visibility probably for people who aren't familiar. And while I don't personally understand not noticing things on the ground that say stop, there are a lot of people who just don't see that. So and the stop sign might just not be especially visible to a lot of people too, when they just kind of look through it. And maybe we can even ask the school like what they think about a crosswalk, because my first thought was, why is there not a crosswalk there too?
They,
Like, do we really need to police which side the kids cross on if there's crosswalks?
they
everywhere?
had us,
They were really.
they made us take it out. We had to black it out. That's, and cause they wanted them going a certain way. I remember that. This was a long time.
The other thing is the school sends out their crossing guard. And it's easier for them to have, and then that way it's easier for them to control, instead of 2 crosswalks. Then you got cars stopping, going, stopping, going, stopping, going, it's, you know, people.
Yeah, you don't wanna be standing there for the first drive for the middle of that intersection stuff.
It is an unusual way to do things though, because
Yeah.
when you see the crosswalk, it makes you think that's where the stop, where you would stop versus there, that's.
And when the buses aren't there,
Right.
it doesn't matter, they drive right through.
We might, right? We might get to go take a look at it. but-
Yeah, yeah, I think that would be good. A lot of times in the past, what we've done on projects like this, we'll go out and schedule a field trip and go out and get a better understanding of it.
Before we start throwing taxpayers' money at it.
Yeah, I think we'll include you guys in that invitation when we go out.
Yes. That one,
During school time.
and when we do that field trip, I also think we should go over kind of up there by where the police station's on for the trucks that go down into that neighborhood where the roundabout is.
Oh, yes, yeah,
And check the
Oh.
signage
Yep.
for that, because we talked about it
Yeah.
last time, so we could do that all in one day.
You guys are more than welcome to stick around, but usually citizens come, we're not in a position to provide solutions.
Oh, no, that's fine, we just wanted to bring it to their attention, whatever you do with it is, I mean, if nothing, if it is the way it is. But I think the big thing is just how the traffic views that stop sign or doesn't view it, you know. Why they miss it, I have no clue.
People just don't pay.
But they're in a hurry to get to the freeway or something.
Well, they might have been slowed down by the first school, and then they're kind of getting antsy or don't realize there's another school like 5 feet up the road, because it's kind of unusual to have 2 schools right next to each other like that.
True. Even with the closure of Knight's Bridge, we did not see a slowdown.
I'm just curious, do you see a traffic increase in one direction versus the other? Or is it dependent on an hour of the day?
It depends on the hour of the day, plus there are apartments at the end of the street there.
Yes.
And so that creates a lot of traffic, comes up down to the whole area. Yeah.
We actually see, we're on this side of that, on where the closest bus is. So it's visually, it's difficult. So that's what we are.
Right here, this is your house.
Yes, so visually, it's difficult for us to see that other stop sign, but we just feel like if you're gonna do one, it would make sense to do the other.
The other thing, this photo may be a couple years old and that stop may not be on the street now. So you might check that, Jerry, that,
That's what I'm wondering.
yeah, that may not be there.
Painted
Where the
stuff.
bus is.
Yeah.
Where it says Tom. That may not.
See, here's 23 and it was a crosswalk, but no bump out.
Yeah. So
or 13, there's us building it, that's a horrible project. There's it complete, and you can see it with cars there, we did it out in the bus, you can,
That bus really blocks.
and then we'll have to see if that stops.
See if this stops there, yeah.
Yeah.
But it is all times a day, it's just,
I was just gonna say, is there a certain time of day that's better than others for the
Yeah.
field trip?
I notice a lot of times towards the end of the day when people get off work, that's another time.
It's commuter hours.
This is June of 24, so that could be paid.
Yeah, all we're asking for is just to bring it to your attention.
Yeah.
If something can be done, fine, if there isn't, then it is what it is.
We'll let you know when we schedule that, field trip.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
for your consideration. Your time.
I've sat in on too many of these traffic. Stay. But thank you very much for your time.
Thanks.
And it's time for our next.
Hi, yeah, I'm Jean Jameson, and I actually was here in June at one of your meetings, and I'm not sure you all were here. I'm just kind of here to follow up on and on the south part of Ivy Street. I live on Holly, which is the new development, Ivy Ridge Estates. We're at 19th and Holly, basically, and bring it to your attention again, and getting an update on taking over of Ivy Street from the county. We loved having Ivy Street repaved and line all got done and everything, so to let you guys know how much that's been such a improvement that we really appreciate. But then there is no crosswalk at that 18th, or the nearest one is all the way up at 13th and Ivy. And the big concern, so having a crosswalk there would be great, but also just the speed coming into town from across the bridge at the river is still 50 miles an hour. And also it's kind of a blind curve there at really quite a short distance where traffic coming into town can see, or we can see traffic if you are turning left. In particular, that traffic gets on you in no time, whether you're walking or in a car. And it is, you see, which way are you going?
I'm going into town, so I'm coming across the bridge, coming into town, I'm coming up on 18th.
And we also noticed that it's not,
See, it's
It also-
40 right there.
yeah.
Yeah, it jumps down to 40, and then I think it jumps down to 30.
It
I
gets
don't know,
to
it's at Pudding River, right at Pudding River, I think. If I'm not right.
I did a little map, I shared last time, but I'm more helpful color. Yeah. So it's up to here, it's 50, and then it's 40, and then it goes to 30, from there it's down.
Yeah. And then the other direction, it's not consistent.
Well, it's 50 right here going both
Oh,
ways.
yeah, yeah, it's here, but it's not consistent. Right here, I want to say it's 30 going the other direction.
No, it's 40 all the way through as far as I see.
Jerry, wasn't it the wish of the city and also Chief Troll that once this project was finished, the 99 and go down to 30? No, when that'll happen.
I'm, I don't know if this meeting is, it's a good reminder, as soon as we are doing the final punch list on South Ivy, when the project is complete. And we sign off it saying it's okay, we take ownership from the bridge there, and that's when the county and. Chief Tro and everyone thought it'd be best for us to send in a speed request change to ODOT. And changing it 30 from the bridge all the way to 99.
And then at that time, would that not be eligible for crosswalk and 18 until that's?
I think we could put that in now. I've got to check with the county on that though, but what I'll do is I'll send them an email. Can you remind me? I'll send Joe Merrick an email with the county. He's the one I've been working with on this. I think you guys all know Joe.
Would you like us to make a motion to that effect?
Yeah, and then I could ask about if it's better to put the crosswalk in now or after we take it over, but I would just make the motion to recommendation to Public Works to just. I think you already have that, yeah.
I thought we did.
I think we're okay. If you want to make a motion for a reminder.
Now,
But
before we do that, do we have the ability to say anything about kind of like additional signage or notification? Because with a road where people are gonna be hauling butt, driving more than 30, and there's not a ton of visibility into it, just having the crosswalk seems a little bit.
required to do pre-warning speed change stuff. And it tells the public what's going on any type of traffic control change and all that stuff. So when you come in, there's orange flags and stuff like that that says we made a change.
I guess just that there's a crosswalk.
Crosswalk ahead.
It seemed like, isn't there right by the marquee, cause that corner right there is our property. I hope.
Right here, yeah.
And that angle across to 18th is not straight across, that is at an angle, but it seems like there is.
There are landing pads on all corners now on that
Yeah,
side.
so it'll be an angle, but
Yeah,
It's not much of an
it
angle.
seemed like there was a, closer up to where the marquee memory care is, it seemed like there was a spot there that was like kind of a crossing.
Going into town more,
Yeah.
We discussed it 2 months ago, and Spencer was gonna look at it.
like,
and
put-
make a
Right.
recommendation on which was best.
Right about.
You could come across diagonally,
there could be a crossing here too, but is this 16th or?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks
that's
a little
what
bit
we
too
were
though.
looking at, we're coming across to there.
But they're coming through that neighborhood, I wanna say just a little further up.
This way or
I
into,
wanna say the other.
go towards town?
Right,
Oh, yeah, there is, up here, yeah,
yeah.
right
you know what I'm
at,
talking about?
yes,
When we
Right
discussed
there.
it,
You're saying you're almost at 13th now.
yeah.
Yeah.
when we discussed that option, I think we pretty much decided that people were
Right
not
here.
going to
Yeah.
divert 30 yards further north, cross and come back,
Yeah.
because the crossing point is at 18th.
Which is quite a distance from 13.
Quite a distance from 13th, but also from that point.
Yeah.
You're asking people who are out walking to walk out of their way twice, going north and then coming again south.
The other thing I wanted to bring up with this too, is we have the emerald necklace. And it doesn't give them a way to cross over until this is developed, so I think this would give them crosswalk to connect if we did a crossing right here, makes sense to me. Does that make sense to everyone?
That's what we decided.
Okay.
it'd be reasonable to consider one at 16th as well. Is there any reason that we don't wanna have multiple crossing points? Cause we don't really need people speeding through there.
Just-
More of them, it might potentially help people be.
The only thing that
innocent.
I would say on that, Jenny, is just more maintenance if it isn't needed. I mean, we don't mind putting them in, but more maintenance, more signage, more stuff, but
But the thing is Hope Village is right there, you've got 274 homes of senior citizen plus the marquee.
so we might need
And
them
there's a
both.
lot of people that are out walking, and there has been huge concern about speeding and people crossing there.
So it's a discussed idea anyways. I was curious, cause you know, I don't know when it's gonna be done, that I'm across the street. You know,
Yeah.
here. But yeah, it would give people more flexibility.
Wasn't there talk about roundabout?
Yeah, and I've been working with Don Hardy on this, and we just added it to the TSP.
Really?
Yeah,
Where would that go in?
right there.
Right there, at 18?
Yeah, and we got also, yeah, we have all the right of way on 3 sides, and when this property develops, we'll require the right of way for that. So we have the property to put around about in the future.
And
And
how much of Hope Village are you taking?
we already got it.
Oh, you already got it?
Yeah, Hope Village already gave us the property to do it. It'll, not horrible because of the alignment, but
Yeah.
it's pretty,
Just that corner.
yeah, the corner, yeah.
Gotcha.
Pat, this will work with your team on that.
So in the crosswalk here at 18th now, it's more or less temporary because hopefully within a few years it'll turn into a roundabout.
I don't know if a few years, it might be longer
We're
than that,
definitely gonna do it now.
depending on, yeah, I think we need it. I think we need a crosswalk in there for sure.
Does anybody else?
I'm gonna dig into this and I'll have an answer for the next meeting on what's going on.
Yes, I did want to add one more thing though, which is, to take note, I guess, it's County Road.
Yep.
As you're coming also into Canby and you haven't yet crossed the bridge,
Yes,
there is a 50-mile-an-hour sign pretty close to the bridge. I want to say quarter mile, maybe, at the most, third of a mile, maybe from the bridge. So it gives you the impression you can still keep going. And my concern, I guess, is that sign is not helpful if we're gonna be, as we want to slow traffic down even towards the bridge. And I know you guys won't, or I assume you won't have the ability to do anything about the
The sign.
speed, yes, I
That's
on the
kind of-
bridge, but if that sign were not there, it would help, or if it were modified to let them know speed reduction ahead or whatever.
Joe Merrick talked about that, and I noticed, did you guys notice up by, you know where the curves where everyone crashes going out of town? They had a speed feedback sign there for a while. Did you guys notice that? That was telling people to slow down and then they took it away. So the county might be getting heat from other people on this, so you're saying we need to ask if we could lower that even to bring it, or,
Or not, just not even have it there. that
Okay.
sort of- I would love it if it were something to warn people there is a speed reduction ahead. And honestly, on the bridge itself, there's a lot of cars that are.
50 on the curve?
down here?
Yeah, you just went past the sign the other way.
Oh, do I need to look the other way or
Yeah, they say it for that bit.
go back out?
Said 50.
Yeah, if you go out, there's a 50-mile.
Oh, I see a sign right
50,
There's
here.
a 50-mile-an-hour sign just south of the 45,
That is-
coming around the curve. And then there's another 50
Yeah, there's,
beyond that, between that and the river.
Yeah, I can't promise you much on the county, but I'll sure ask.
so my impression is that I think that 40-mile-an-hour, I'm kind of forgetting, but I think there is still a 50-mile sign after that as you're headed to town.
So then people are getting ready to go 50 and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden it drops down here in the top.
Or we want it to drop down.
We want it to.
I think you're right too, Jan. I think there is one in here. I just don't know if it shows it on.
Yeah, I don't think there's.
Sometimes the trees.
I drive this every day too. You think I would have.
Well, you know what?
What's
Driving,
happening?
you forget, you kind of.
There it is.
What's before that?
It's before that curve, yeah.
I've driven that a bunch too, trying to sort out where the signs are. But anyway, the village itself is also a very active place with cars parked alongside it, especially in the summer, with people going down to the river and cars again, going 50-mile-an-hour, leading up to the bridge and on the bridge.
What is that? It's a solar powered
Very
something.
fast.
Good question.
Let me back it from that color box still.
Don't know.
Go by there all the time. I had never noticed it.
So then, does it actually turn 35 and you're heading north on Ivy?
Cody River Chocolates?
That's
Somewhere in
center
there.
35.
And is it 35 or is it 40?
40. No, 30 is, I think, at 13, right?
Yeah, so I'm walking away in there.
Right, it's 45, 30,
40
to 30.
It goes 50, and then from 18th to 13th is 40,
40.
and then it's 30 the rest of the way.
Everybody does.
No.
It goes down to 40 at 18.
Okay, so I just need to find out where we're at with the speed reduction to 30 from the bridge out and then ask him about. So right now, the city council signed a resolution that we have full permitting authority by me, but they own the road. So the crosswalk, I don't think I have to ask permission for, but I'll just make sure there's no problems, but the speed, I definitely have to wait till it's ours.
And what about the bridge itself? Is that gonna always stay county? Okay.
We probably don't wanna.
Unless the city council wants to take over the bridge, I'm probably not.
I'm a little bit-
About a sign that
I'm only
says
one
that
vote, but
the
I'm pretty
speed is
certain.
going down to 40 or something that we
Yeah.
put.
Like a advance,
Yeah, you know, how like when you're on 99 heading to Oregon City, like it's got the, hey, 40 ahead to remind you, you need to slow down. in
Yeah.
Short order, something like that would be helpful here.
And failing some of that, also those ones that flash when, for the crosswalk anyway, when you are approaching if somebody's not slowing down, those are, I love those. too.
Yeah. Well, they're super expensive, so we
I bet,
don't
I
do it.
bet.
Okay.
and isn't that going over on Fur?
What?
The push button crossing?
There is one actually at,
That's one by the school.
Oh,
Maybe.
yeah, there's one
No,
in territorial and locus.
I thought
First
that's
is 13.
Fur and 13th this
Yeah.
month, the next,
After this project gets finished, that was supposed to
Yep.
transition.
we can put that up. We have those.
And you're welcome to stick around, but
Okay, I know what to do.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I bet all your attention. And I will stay to listen, because I love to learn what's going on. Thank you.
Alright. Okay, so moving on, old business, 99, Highway 99E, it's South End Road with the increased injuries and.
Can I touch on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, since our last meeting, I had mentioned that I was gonna reach out to, the fire department. Matt English, and I was gonna reach out to Chief Troll Police Department. And I had the good fortune also to run into former Chief, Jim Davis, and just to get their input on, their recognition of the fact that it's been very, very dangerous there at South End and 99. It just really commands a lot of attention from the police and fire. And so, I emailed, Matt and also Chief Troll and asked them if they would support it being, because when you go into your computer, it says it's 55 miles an hour through there, which is nuts.
That is fast.
And so I asked, Matt English if he would support, that being changed to 45, and he agreed that that should be reduced to 45. I asked, Chief Troll the same thing, and he said, you have my support for this request. We realized there'd have to be a request to do a speed review. And then another, issue that was brought up by former Chief Davis was Madrona Lane. As you're leaving, say Territorial, you're on 99 past Territorial or heading up the hill. And it goes immediately from 45 or 40 to 55 miles an hour. And shortly after that sign, you got Madrona Lane. And there's no way to come off the backside of Madrona Lane. So the people that live up there, if they want to come into Canby, they have to turn across 99. And it's very, very dangerous.
Is that right here, Cliff? We're,
Okay, can you
barely see it.
Here's Haynes.
get back up just a little bit toward Canby?
It's just.
And then,
Oh, is it the one that goes up? Okay, is it the one right across from,
Here's the pole barn
Yeah.
building.
I think it's down a
It's
little
across
bit.
the,
Right there,
it's
Oh, right
away
here.
from the river, yeah.
Is the one.
north, right there.
There's Haynes.
Okay,
that's a little bit.
so if you
before
go
that.
down the hill,
Yeah, come down the hill.
right
There.
right there.
This one?
No, I think it's back further.
Oh, that's
It's
It's further
It's a
back.
little further. Right
There.
there.
Madrona Lane.
Okay, so
And there's a clump of, nice homes up in there. And,
Are they the ones up on that tall hill?
yeah,
Okay.
and,
Oh.
that's terribly dangerous. They want to turn
Oh.
left to go to the Canby. So anyway, Chief Davis said that was another area. So not only Madrona Lane, Haynes and New Era, and South End Road. How do we,
Is this before the speed reduction?
No, that's right in that between
Is it go-
territorial and.
No, I know where Madrona Lane is. I'm
Steve,
where
it's
the-
it's 55, basically. There's
Oh, it's
the,
right at the speed reduction. We need to pull that back, yeah.
Aren't we more or less proposing that we keep it 45?
Yes.
All the way to
Almost
South
past
End.
New Era?
yeah.
Yeah.
All the way past
So
Aspen.
after Fred Meyer, you go a little ways, you go past the new Walnut Street extension.
Both
And
sides.
then maybe you can go 45 until you get
Past.
past New Era, or excuse me,
South End.
South End, thank you very much.
It-
And then you go 55.
And Jerry, what
That
is
makes
the
sense.
procedure? Do we have to have because it sounds like the fire department, the police department, and certainly our team here supports our review and reduction to 45 miles an hour.
We're gonna see so many more semis from the people coming in from the LLCC.
Do we need to have the BCC on board since it's not in our jurisdiction to make that request?
well, that's what I was wondering. How to, someone needs to make the request to ODOT. The first thing that could be done is someone could ask ODOT, go to their website and say, what is the process for requesting a speed
I
reduction?
can do that.
And get that information of how do you, we have a safety concern from here to here. We've talked to police, fire, all that. What is the process? They could just lay it out real simple, Clint. What is the process?
It would probably be similar to when we did it, the speed reduction on territorial. I mean.
Yes, but that's in the city limits.
And it's, I did it though, or we did it. We did it on 99 through Canby. Remember that?
That's done.
Still in the
wonders.
city limits stuff.
That's really done wonders, I think.
I just don't know what the
Because
process.
South End is not in our jurisdiction, I'm wondering if we need to have the Board of County Commissioners also on board to ask for the request.
That might be, yeah, if you don't get an answer, let's go Tracy's route.
Tom?
this is a multi-jurisdictional area in that atmosphere 1 or 2 responds to accidents at South End. The traffic safety people in Oregon City, including fire and wildfires, police department, need to give their input. And I've already had a discussion with a member of the county safety committee. He's on board,
Oh, okay,
but the whole committee isn't yet. Paul Savas has been contacted regarding it.
okay.
We need a broader buy-in if we're going to bring pressure to ODOT to do something. Because there's so many communities that are affected.
Okay, well, I'll do aggressive reach out and I'll keep my notes and we get the crash data, which is very helpful. One of the things we did was we sought out crash data from the intersection.
Connection.
And the crash data wasn't as alarming as the number of injuries. So you had a portion of cars, a pretty good number of cars. And there was a tremendous ramp up in the number of accidents. But the number of injuries was incredible.
Okay.
People are going fast, that doesn't surprise me.
Let me know
Yeah, I'll keep you
if
posted.
I need to do anything, but,
And maybe once we kind of,
Tracy, do anything, but this is- No, I interrupted you, I think.
once we've kind of talked to all of the players and gotten like general buy-in, maybe we can just have like a formal meeting. Like, you know, we have a 1-hour meeting somewhere central, everybody shows up, each group says, yeah, we're on board. And that way we can kind of use that as leverage to get, ODOT to kind of move a little faster. It's like we've got something formal with everybody.
I'll keep everybody posted, but I'll work aggressively on it.
Perfect, thank you.
And then, let me just.
No, that's all right, this is important.
And then if I could interrupt for a second, Norman, did we exhaust that topic pretty good? Yeah,
Yeah.
Good start.
the one thing I was gonna say that Gary and you weren't here last time, but, it kind of came up, because truck routes are a big deal, and, a lot of the trucks that come into Canby, probably are confused about where to go. And one of the things that came up in conversation was as you're coming into Canby on South Ivy, what if we were to reach out to a Direct Link, which owns that big building at the corner of Second and South Ivy? I mean, that is a beautiful billboard wall. If they were to, there could be like an arrow that says truck route. Gary, you're a truck guy, do you?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that seem like a really helpful tool? Do you, or I mean?
I know exactly where you
Yeah.
But it's not a legal sign.
have now.
Well, it's not a legal sign, but is it illegal to put whatever you want on the side of your building, as long as it's not offensive?
Certainly need to have.
Right on the.
Like, do we have any rules against?
Insurance liability, so.
Yeah.
I was thinking if we look around town at locations like that too, another one is like if you're coming from Fur Point Farms and you're coming down the hill and you get to that junction.
Right there.
Right there,
They had a big sign. I mean, go to older days. Did it not get, I'm glad you brought this up. Quentin.
There's a sign there, it just does not catch anybody's attention.
Add an extra one, 'cause there's a truck route coming. Spencer put it up probably about a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Yes.
Okay, let's go to 23.
Yeah.
Is that the one he put up on the power poles?
There was another,
That little one on the pole is nice in theory, but.
but there's another bigger one.
There is a bigger one,
Is
I
it
drive
brighter?
every day, it's,
Oh.
It's after.
Literally
Spencer.
right
there.
Here it is.
But then there was another bigger one.
there's a bigger one that's right about where that
Yeah,
post office car is.
Mhm.
There is a bigger one, but it just isn't catching attention.
I fear that the building idea though, that might incur insurance liabilities for the business.
What risk? I don't understand.
Oh, on this.
If they're
building.
advertising
Yeah, sure.
traffic and something happens, they could be party of the suit possibly. I would ask their insurer before I would go.
On here.
Yeah, they want to
See,
put it on their
there's
building.
another truck
Oh.
route right there.
You see what I'm saying now?
Yeah, yeah,
You see the-
this one right here.
Let's talk to the insurers.
So it's there, but it's just, it's not catching anybody's eye,
Yeah.
because I drive that, I saw somebody the other day take the turn on 99 and they, you know, I mean, so did you gonna have to back up or they're gonna take out Ace again?
It is also confusing in that you wanna turn first intersection.
Yeah.
onto-
Maybe it needs to be put on.
Any other?
Well,
Route suggestions that would be.
That land, the parking lot there, is that directly?
Yeah.
Spencer pointed out something, construction was going on in Ivy, that the driver of a truck came right up to the detour sign and told Spencer he had to go straight because his GPS says go straight. Spencer says, there's a detour sign, you gotta go that way. I mean, these are the kind of people you're dealing with in some of these situations. So it's,
And then also coming down 99 to turn onto Ivy,
mhm.
when they were making a right-hand turn if they're going north. Happened to just this week, somebody, and I'm just gonna,
They hit the,
they can't even,
They can't.
somebody's gotta back up or.
On 99, I spent a lot of Grant in 99, where I'm
Yeah.
sitting at Grant, there's wanting to go north. A truck tries to turn to go north, it's stuck, and then has to back up, and all the cars behind them either have to back up or go around. It's
I rest my case. Candy's the worst place for commercial traffic.
Recommendations on the suggestion could improve that.
Oh, no, it's rearrange the whole intersection or
Well, the barriers that we put in so that they wouldn't have to honk the horn all the time complicated things, because they used to be able to take a kind of extra
Yep.
wide turn, but now that there's the big honking barriers there, then it's actually, they have to stop the curve, which they really try not to do.
Well, I don't know who the engineer is here in town, but we had a little talk about that. That's why Spencer and I are bonding, hooked at the hip when it comes to engineering of terms for commercial vehicles.
Does that go through DKS?
you know, it could, like on how to get the trucks to use second.
Oh, no, I was just curious who
On
like
which-
signed off
We
on
were
it
just-
first place.
Oh, who did the engineering on this? Kittleson. I could talk to Tony Roos about that, the engineer on this. If he has any input.
Just because we're seeing semis aren't able to make that turn off
I could,
99.
I
on
could.
any of the-
I don't know. I know, and that's all the trucks wanna go straight. They just don't, unless they're from here, they don't know.
And they don't read signs.
They don't read signs.
Well, you're gonna assume that 99 is the bigger road. You know, like I can kind of understand, I mean, I'm not a truck driver, but I know, well, you're a big road, that makes sense than this tiny little side road.
So if you're on the Google map, does it send you to 99 or is it slightly turned?
No, if you bring up, I think, like Oregon City, you're going down, I think it's gonna have to be straight.
Because the thing I was gonna suggest that might help is if we were able to have a sign or a better sign that gave an indication that trucks of this size or bigger have to turn right here. What would be that sign? Over
Well-
30 feet?
They're still dealing with the people behind the wheel. When you come up on, Knight's Bridge, the wheel limit signs,
We can't teach
they
it.
don't pay any attention to them, right over the bridge. It's just, it's all ongoing. They had, well, it was a one cop, the motorcycle cop we used to have here.
Oh,
He set up a safety inspection on 99
Malcolm.
Make up, sorry.
Bacon. Yes, yeah.
He's still here.
Yeah.
No,
No said.
not on biking, I
But,
don't think.
but he set up a safety patrol one time, brought trucks off the road, inspected, they had a pretty good record of how many were having problems.
So where are
Would-
they supposed
would-
to turn off the truck route? Up by the Fred Meyer gas station?
They're supposed to go up here and take a left on Juniper right here. Cause the turning radius,
Radius is good.
yeah, that might see that how easy, how big that intersection is, the trucks can make that, and then they can fudge over into the center here and make that right hand turn, and the stop sign's off enough that their trailer doesn't run over it.
But if it does, it's cheaper than.
But even in a
And a
passenger,
traffic signal,
in a passenger car though, it can be tricky to get enough space that you can take a right hand turn there at Juniper.
Yeah.
So as a truck, we need even more lead time. I can understand.
They should understand.
so what are we looking for, better signage to pre-warn trucks not to go that way?
Not to be on any line, just to highlight the truck route turn.
Tom?
I'm wondering if Oregon Trucking Association might have some suggestions that would assist us
Yeah.
in doing it properly. And You have
Yeah.
contacts at ODA, I'm sure.
Yeah, Great Ponte is part of, or ODOT, and it's, excuse me, Oregon Trucking Association. And he used to be with ODOT, and, I can't say I know him personally, but,
You know how to contact.
I do have a contact, yes, I do.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea, if you could have someone like that.
They they're in the business, they understand what
And
they're.
provide their recommendations, that would be great.
Thanks a lot, Tom. But yeah.
So,
No fire. under-
Tom's on this, I don't have to do anything?
Tom and Gary, I'm like, Tom and Gary
I
show.
like it. Yeah, if you can give us some ideas, we can dig into the signage. Yeah, because it's been
There's
ongoing.
another one coming in from off the Lino. When you get up by the steel company, it's so close to. I don't think what the name of that road is, it goes over the bridge.
Sequoia.
Sequoia. The driver's already passed it, practically. By the time he sees the sign trucker,
Oh, gotcha.
you know,
It's awesome.
Yeah,
these are heavy rigs. They take a little bit to slow down. Granted, it's 25 there, but. And it's 30 on ice now, maybe.
okay.
Great, so we should probably move on to new business. We had the concerns from, Dan and Cindy Hager, who live at, 470 South Sequoia Parkway, which was the concerns of the truck traffic right there.
Trucks. Jerry, you know how long that project will likely go on?
Which,
That's a Sequoia.
well, CC or
It's the logistics one, Sequoia.
Didn't you guys just?
Tracy need a better answer. Are we gonna,
Yeah, we just approved, tonight, we're going to officially approve their noise variance. They came and talked to us, but they did say that they were mitigating you were on vacation.
yeah,
They did say they were already working to mitigate that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were in attendance to that meeting too about the noise
Oh,
variance.
did they? Okay, good.
Now, is this a giant project on
Yeah.
Milano
right
Road?
now.
Between Malina and Sequoia.
What business
On
is gonna
Township.
be going
Yeah,
on?
OLCC.
It's a logistics center. There's no tenants yet. There are no, from 1 to 7 tenants could be in there. Am I right? Brianna, 1 to 7
It's
potentially?
right across from,
American Steel.
This is the right on Township. Yeah, right on property.
Yeah.
what are they, what is that?
The bottom right
They
here.
were worried about people, large trucks, queuing up
They
on
were-
Sequoia Parkway.
They were queuing in the left turn lane.
It was the concrete truck.
They were
They're lined up
When they're doing the
no
concrete.
longer.
all hours. of the day and
That's
night.
always, I got into such an argument when they did that for, Stamp Furniture too. It's a big, they gotta get that concrete in and all that, it's, but they shouldn't be stacking trucks out there anymore.
They were blocking 2 driveways, as I recall.
Yeah.
They aren't there anymore. They're gone now.
Okay.
That's
So in a
a,
short 2-week period.
it's always a disaster getting concrete in.
Yes.
And the noise variance was from 5:30 in the morning until like 7 in the night for a period of time, something like that. It was 4 o'clock. It's pretty early.
They wanted it from 3 AM to 7 AM or 4. Where we split the difference. The variance that we're gonna approve tonight will be for 5:30
Until like whatever at night.
until they can't go past 10. Else they need another variance because
Gotcha.
the city ordinance is 7 to 10. So anything outside those hours, they have to come to us for
Gotcha.
variance.
So they're gonna get an extension in the morning and.
Yeah. Okay, the next item was the camping trip routes. We just talked about that already. The other one was overgrown shrubs at North Holly and 10th blocking stop sign. And the next one was also, 9th and Holly, so same area.
And I drove by there week ago or last Saturday and both areas still look like the shrubs are blocking. I'm just concerned because, I know of someone that ran the stop sign and, was a family friend. And so I know of neighbors in my neighborhood that had to remove trees because of blockage. And I'm saying, thinking, okay, same should happen here. If the shrubs are growing too much, maybe we need to get the homeowners be told that they need to either keep them trimmed or city will remove them.
This is one of them, I believe. This has been ongoing for years. Isn't
Uh-huh.
this one of them?
Oh, yeah.
Ninth and I hear all of
Ollie.
That's been a nightmare since I lived over right there.
And it's within the, I mean, they have to trim them every once in a while, but this edge, it's legal.
So the one across from it, the bush is there, so we're on the other side,
Goes this
not
way
if we
out.
turn this way, so we go back a bit?
Yeah, sure. The more, Oops.
Go two that way and then turn around,
the more,
and then turn around. So we're looking back at Ollie. Okay, and I guess now you can move up one, so that tree right there, that green one, the bushy one that's kind of blocking the stop sign. So right after the meeting, I drove past and it was most definitely blocking the stop sign. There's also, well, because the leaves fell. So the tree hasn't been trimmed in any way, it's just.
so we need to trim it.
That tree needs to be trimmed
You
back.
guys remember the concrete pumper truck that ran through that, had an F-150?
Yes, I lived there at the
Holy
time. I
cow,
heard
that
that.
was a bad,
That
it
was
was,
the worst sound I ever heard in my life,
it pushed it clear,
into that yard.
Yeah,
same tree, so we need to trim that tree.
yeah, and then when you're actually, and there is a very large, like F-250, 350 that often parks in front of the house. Right before the stop sign, so it might be a discussion, do we wanna actually block parking a ways back from that stop sign?
Yeah.
Just so the big truck, I mean, the big truck's probably gonna block it no matter what, but when it's right up on it, there's no way you're gonna see it if you don't already know it's there. Now, when you get up to the stop sign, I went right before we came in here to see if anything had changed, so the bush hasn't changed, but the leaves have fallen. When you're actually right up at the stop sign,
Yeah,
the bushes that they have to the left of the sidewalk there,
this way,
I'm sorry, I'm just thinking left and right back.
this one.
Those, they had been much taller and they did trim them down some,
Okay,
so it's a bit better. But when you're in a passenger vehicle, it's still difficult to see up the road to
Yeah.
see what's coming south. It's better than it was, but it's still there. And if you step at this intersection, you rotate to the left, the real left. That little kind of reddish bush.
Yeah.
That is actually a Japanese maple, which is now 7 feet tall and has a big canopy. But the canopy actually blocks you still. That was downwards.
okay,
While we're talking, it's not on the agenda, but we brought it up on the agenda about 3 months ago. And you had confirmed that it was a problem. On the CAT route, the drivers who are going down toward the police station and then coming back have to make a jog. And the shrubbery that is on their left, trying to see what traffic is coming up past the school from waterworks in that area. They can't see it unless they pull out into the intersection. And then they're vulnerable. They've got to make a jog, continue their route. And it has been a problem for the CAT drivers. But the shrubberies are still, I believe, blocking it. I don't remember the intersection. You obviously drive it every day.
Third and Cedar, yeah, it's, if that's the same one you're talking about, yeah, I know a lot of the commercial trucks have issues right there too, that are going.
Our
Not
city
really-
code does state that we have to have visibility back X number of feet from the intersection to provide visibility for oncoming traffic.
so that came through Public Works recently,
Yes.
has that been addressed?
Yes, it's actually, they're not violating anything.
I think
It's
so.
in, the ordinance. But it's like this bush over here, they're not violating anything. It's, like this one. So,
If you look at the center here, or where I'm talking about, we'll get an idea of it.
Who brought that up? Did that come from this group?
I think it's on one of the council members.
Oh, it came from the council. Oh, yeah, it was through CAT, it was, Council Water.
Right,
Yes.
right there.
These,
Come at it from the other direction, come at it from the police station.
Yeah.
Like this shrub right here.
Now this guy's straddling the lane.
Yeah, if that one just to the right of the cub box was
He's
gone.
gotta make that jog across too. See how dangerous that is? And you cannot see anything coming northbound or southbound from that intersection because of the height of those.
People like to go fast through there because they're cutting off the fast road.
Stop sign, he's on the wrong side of the road.
Well, he's jogging through.
It's
Yeah.
right tandem.
He started on the right side. Had to take a wide group there.
There's a utility box there.
Yeah, that's the one shrub to the right of the box. I saw that. Thank you.
You know who rides
It's not
that?
spray.
It's okay. It was had graffiti on it for like a year.
Yeah, we had one of those on our street, but they fixed it really fast.
There's no violation.
We have a potential
Has
loss
anyone talked?
there if somebody injures a pasture on cat.
It would, they would,
I don't know how many times a day cat goes through that intersection.
Yeah.
It's numerous.
So Jerry, should anytime a citizen or any of us see a shrub overgrowing a stop sign or some safety issue like that, we should reach out to Public Works, is that the best?
cat carrier.
Yeah, no, you can reach out to it, we go out there and take a look.
Okay,
Ed Netter owns that.
I think part of the issue right there is that there's a cat stop pretty much right where the camera is right now.
okay.
So they have to pull over pretty much all the way to the right side of the road there before the intersection. Right about where the power pole is there, there's a bus stop there.
On the opposite side of the street.
It's just, I mean, good grief.
Yeah.
Take a couple strokes out there and.
That's Andrew Hales.
Oh,
At the corner property?
Yeah, has anyone called him just to see if we could take it out?
Chrisanne talked to, she said, pretty much what she said was like, she measured the area per the code specification and found there is no violation of the vision clearance area. Additionally, I looked to see if the bushes were encroaching into the public right of way, and there is no violation. While I understand the concern, there is no violation. I know that drivers must stop at the stop sign. However, once they have made a full and legal stop at the stop sign, they are allowed to slowly enter the intersection as to see oncoming traffic. Many of the stop signs in town are set back on the street, thus requiring vehicles to slowly enter the intersection to see oncoming traffic.
I'm surprised it's not a code violation. I thought you could only be 3 foot high and 6 feet in the road.
Is supposed to be, so the,
Fence is there too. Is that even gonna help if we trim that?
No.
Well, the trim, the fence isn't 8 feet high.
yeah,
So it'd be better.
It would be better.
Yeah.
So,
that could probably
It looks
be
like
better.
Ed Netter owns the shrub, Andrew Hale owns the fence.
Well, that's good if we can get rid of the shrub.
I guess that'd be the easiest. You want me to call Ed?
Yeah,
Just cut it back to this pad?
And there's a
Yeah, just
utility
put
box
the-
there,
put
I
the
think.
box
it's
there,
called.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, we'll just call it fence.
One altogether in front of the box or at least down the inside.
Yeah, just cut it down to the fence.
that's why I got a utility as a company, should provide the code that gives measurement on those.
Yeah, no, I believe it's legit.
Well, even if it's a code, it would be the right
It's-
thing as the person that owns that to care about people's safety versus a shrub.
I can attest to that, it is, there's times where if we have to leave the department quickly for something,
It's hard.
even if we have our lights on, people aren't gonna see until we're already at the intersection right there, but, and we all know it's kind of tricky there, but a lot of people don't. And the cross traffic on Cedars, where they looking for cars popping out there to see, and people make that corner, like, Tom was talking about the jog right there. And so if you have cars turning 2 different directions right there, it just gets kind of convoluted. It'd be a good one for a 4-way stop if it wasn't an offset intersection like that, but.
We did a big traffic study on that, when Greg Ellis was here, on that whole thing, remember that, they had all this stuff and. The police station was supposed to put in a bunch of stuff and and we ended up. Not doing it somehow, which was good, because it would have made it a mess for a street sweeper, but. I'm just gonna call Andrew Hale and Ed Netter and see if they care if we get rid of that shrub. Does that make sense?
Well, doesn't sound good.
Okay,
Thanks.
Yeah, you bet.
good, I mean, we got off Ivy,
Yeah,
we got off Holly, but we got this one.
Yes, we.
so Knights and Holly we kind of talked about, is everybody good with that? And Holly, it says Holly here was attendant, I think.
It's probably Hall.
No, it's
Holly.
been Holly, and Spencer said that's always, every year, there's always a problem with the homeowner. So,
The homeowner doesn't wanna,
doesn't wanna take care of their.
is it this tree to the left here?
It's on the other side,
Oh, coming the other way.
yeah, we're kind of, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've dealt with this.
Yeah, and he just said that they're always a pain to deal with, but I know in my neighborhood, 2 neighbors had to take out arborvitae.
It's probably this thing's big now,
Yeah,
huh? Okay,
yeah. And even the tree,
The tree itself.
the tree itself is a pain too.
Usually a pickup truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't go through that one, is it blocking the stop sign as you're coming down Dover?
What is the rule on that? If somebody bushes or blocks and stop sign, there's.
well, I think what we need to do is send them if it's blocked, if it's actually black and stop sign, what I usually do is put a door hanger saying, you have this long to trim your tree, or we're gonna come in and do it. But if it's a safety concern, we need to talk to them immediately. Let's, Maria, let's do a door hanger for that address and just say, let's look at it first.
See if that bush loses its.
What's the address? It's 1,000. No, it's not that one. It's this one right here. 995. Let's talk to them. And see if they care if we trim that tree back.
The neighbors on the other side look like they have a pretty,
This is,
fluffy. Forwarded situation as well.
we'll talk to them and see if there's a problem there. We'll look at it too.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Looking into it.
Huh? Let's just, I think it's just this one. Isn't it? We'll look at this one. We'll look at one.
Yeah, so it was the one you put it out there.
Right.
Either way, pickup truck.
995 right here, right?
Yeah,
Perfect, thank you. Okay, staff reports. What do you got for us?
Sorry I was late. First of all, the part of the reason was we had another meeting today about our the online reporting system that I talked about a couple meetings ago. Our intention is for that to become active sometime like the next 2 weeks, roughly. We're asking that people not advertise it too much yet, because we're gonna do like a soft rollout where it is active. It gives us some time to get familiar with it, and then once everybody's trained and on board with it, then we'll post about it, make it more well known, but so that's coming. See, for October, we only had 6 DUIs, which was great, and that was about a quarter of what the previous couple months had been. 226 citations, and there was 10 traffic complaints. Did have kind of a bad one yesterday. Woman on North Redwood, right by the school, or South Redwood, excuse me, ran over a basketball hoop that like inhaled her car and
shoot.
somehow had no idea she hit the hoop, and then drove for about another half a mile, 3/4 of a mile, hit a fence, several parked cars, and made it all the way back to her house. She was almost 4 times the legal limit. for-
So Taylor, you know this, okay, now that makes sense.
Basketball, slam dunk.
Yeah, yeah,
She was
it's lucky it
the-
didn't kill her, the pole from the hoop split in half and went through her engine block and came, somehow wove its way underneath the car and was coming out of her car about a foot beneath the driver's seat.
Oh, jeez.
So,
What time of the day or night did this take place?
this was at 10:30 yesterday in the morning.
Oh, my God.
That's what I thought, but that was from about 9 o'clock when she woke up till that, so.
Wow.
It was a good day for school to be out.
Yeah.
Great. speed there.
Ask you about another one. It was, this last Saturday, I think it was like 5:15 AM in the morning, and it closed 99 heading toward, Oregon City. In other words, if you got up by New Era, you had to take New Era and could not continue on the Oregon.
How long ago was this?
This is last Saturday, at 5:15 AM,
Yes, there was.
3 cars, I think.
Yeah, it was I can't remember if it started out as a partial landslide there on the
Ooh.
highway or if a vehicle hit the side of the wall and that's what caused it to happen, but it was debris from the hillside there on 99 that came down to the road and caused a couple cars to crash right there. So
Was
they,
it fatality? Or-
no,
Oh,
no.
Wow, thank you very much.
You're welcome. That's about all I got. We're planning DUI operations gonna be with OSP and Clackamas County in Canby sometime in the next month or so. But kind of slows down that way a little bit for us, especially with not as much going on at the fairgrounds during this time of year. So,
You can get those red light runners.
yes,
There's a
yeah.
lot of those.
Which Redwood Sequoia right there still?
That one, Ivy is.
Yep.
Chronic
Yes.
every day,
That one's tricky. Ivy is just because,
where you said.
well, yeah, there's not a lot of places there that, not that I'm trying to hide from people, but granted, less people will run it blatantly if there's a police car sitting right in the middle of the intersection, but anywhere that I sit right there, either it's going to take me too long to get out into traffic because of the light, but I do watch that one as much as I can, and I know our traffic sergeant does too at night, so.
Thank you.
Thank you for all.
I've got 2 questions. One's just a curiosity. And for the woman who was like 4 times the legal limit and then like caused all this chaos. Does Oregon take away your license at that point, or there are so many chances, but
So,
if it's really bad? it's-
yeah, when you get your driver's license, you sign something that's called implied consent. It's basically just saying that you essentially agree that if you are suspected that you're under the influence, that your obligation is to cooperate with the breath test. If somebody refuses a breath test, they get suspended automatically until it goes to a trial. And if they fail a breath test, they get suspended. So, and then there'll be an administrative hearing that the DMV does. But yes, she, starting at 12 PM today, she is suspended for at least 30 days. And then if there's an administrative hearing for it, it'll be suspended until her criminal trial. And then depending on what the outcome of that is, it's usually between 3 months and a year, depending on how many they've had.
And if you're caught driving on a suspended license, do they then take it away?
Yes, yeah, it's, there's different levels to it. There's driving while suspended violations, ticket. Typically, if you're suspended because of a DUI, it's a misdemeanor, so it's another crime. And they'll, yeah. Deanne, I got your email about the truck parking on the sidewalk at 13th there. I talked to Chrisanne about it. So he said it was on Thursdays, which for me,
He did it yesterday.
did he? Okay.
Yeah.
So I sent an email out, but I don't work Thursdays, but I sent an email out to the people that do work that day, just to keep an eye out for it. It's kind of like right in between whether it's an issue for like the police department as far as an enforcement, or if it's gonna be code enforcement. So Chris Ann and I talked about it, and we're gonna try and figure something out for that. As well as the trucks that keep parking on the sidewalk in front of Los Dos Agaves right there. Cause where the trees used to be, and there's grades on the sidewalk there, it's pretty much destroyed now because they keep driving on top of it, parking there, so.
I appreciate it. Yeah, he used to do Thursdays and then yesterday I had the holiday off.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, now he's here on a Tuesday.
Well, if you see it and it's on a Tuesday, there should be an email and I'll go over there
Okay.
and deal with it.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, because he doesn't put cones out or anything, and my concern is he's on the sidewalk and there are residents at Ratcliffe that walk that neighborhood. And I mean, he's blocking them from going anywhere.
And
It's not,
School.
yeah, he's against the rules, so it's like, what's going on?
Yep.
So I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So the other thing I wanted, oh, sorry.
I saw it this morning.
He was there this morning too. Okay.
Everything I want to bring up with you, and it might be kind of like a crossover with public works, is lots of people will queue up for the lights that cross 99 and actually stop on the railroad tracks. People just have this blindness to, like, if you stop on the tracks and a train comes, you're going to cause a multi-car accident in front of you, running into everybody, trying to get off the tracks, which is just rude. It's just stop before the tracks. Can we do anything both for signage and perhaps enforcement to kind of raise awareness, like don't stop on the tracks?
I know, Pine, North Pine, and North Ivy both have signs that should be very obvious to people, but for whatever reason still aren't, saying that, but, I've written quite a few tickets for that exact thing.
So Jerry, can we put anything more on the ground in front of railroad tracks to indicate
It's such a,
stop here?
well, it's such a, we have to follow.
Let's do it.
They inspect those and direct us on what goes in for striping. We don't get to
We don't
dictate.
have any
No.
sand.
No, it creates so much liability for the city if we start adding stuff. We've been in several lawsuits lately over that.
Yeah, I've taken to, even if there's like one full car length in front that I could fit, I've taken to stopping before it and being like, sorry, you're just gonna have to wait behind me. Every time I pull up,
You don't wanna
there's
get.
somebody else comes right up behind you and then you're stuck.
Yeah, there was a semi truck that.
They went across the road.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming down because of the train a couple weeks ago and that's.
And then there was also the Barlow Road one, not.
Yep, same thing.
That's my next question up for Spears. Wasn't the police station gonna be doing like a railroad campaign?
Yeah, so it was more so something that Amtrak was doing that we just agreed to participate in. And the extent of it was not what I thought it was going to be. They mailed us a stack of pamphlets and said, here are these to hand out to people if you happen to be standing on the tracks. So, yeah, I thought it was going to be a little bit more involved from them than it was because it's them asking us to bring awareness to their issue, which we did, but it's not something that is an issue too often, but when it is, it's usually a big one. So.
Jerry.
Huh? I don't have much. I got a whole list of stuff to work on.
Yeah.
But
Just wanted to give you guys high praise for all your projects and how they're falling into place. Just really good job.
okay, thanks. Yeah, everything. I appreciate that. You had such positive input.
I've got two things for you. One is, when we were looking at 99 and the truck route and turning on Juniper, when 99 was improved, we put a, pedestrian island in the middle of 99. But there's no crosswalk or signage or anything, so pedestrians just kind of run across 99 and hang out there and then run across the other side of 99. Is that, was that the plan? Yeah.
There's no,
Yeah, the Chevron, yeah, between the Chevron station and the
And
Chelsea
go on
Market.
it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure what side
But
of
there's-
Juniper it's on, but there's nothing that gets you from sidewalk to island to other side of 99. It's just a pedestrian island in the middle. Just look there.
It's very odd.
Yes. And at first we thought maybe it was going to be at least striped, not signaled. But nothing ever really going in there. So I was curious.
That's responsibility.
Yeah, but I was kind of curious, is that what we were expecting? So let's see, it's
I was really,
right about there.
I mean, I fought pretty hard with them down by the school because they were putting all them crossings in.
It might be a little further up, but I don't know.
I think you're
I think it's closer to Kiwanis.
It's like the longest, because it's usually the apartment.
Okay, so it's not Juniper.
I was gonna
so
say.
I'm right. Okay,
A lot of people have been hit by a car in that spot.
Yes.
yeah. That's right. it's not-
Right in
It's
that.
not in yet.
That's not showing it, but
And
it's
what year
there.
is this? 24. Is that the newest one you've got?
It's right there by the.
Yeah, there's
Ever since the morning.
There's not, there's not.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, so it is a little higher up, which means it's after we're telling the trucks to turn on
Oh, that's-
99. roughly where the.
Oh, is that
area
where
is,
they're working right?
Roughly.
Americans are.
But either which way, it doesn't, it's just, I thought it was more right there, but, either which way, it's just kind of hanging out in the middle of 99, the turn lane.
It looks like it should be a crosswalk, but it's not, like, how does somebody cross that? I mean, it's dangerous. There's
I've
no.
never seen anyone cross and I'm thankful I haven't.
I've seen random people run across 99 wherever, and I have seen some people on it, but, you know, you're driving down 99, how long do you have to see what they do beyond that?
So what happens on the crosswalk on this little islands?
Well, all of it blocks, though, they've got the flashing light, here's the big crosswalk, don't you dare run over anybody, they're really aggressive there, which it needs to be. But anyways, I just was curious, the question to you is, was that the original design plan? Is that what we agreed to, was Mystery Island?
They didn't listen to anything we had to say.
Mhm.
So any of the, like, they were really focused on getting crossings up at the school. And I was fighting that bad. I wanted them to go down and use the push button crossings. I didn't want kids running across 99, but.
Yeah,
And, oh yeah, that's fine. And then they disregarded all of our conversations. So we didn't have any input on this project at all. Other than if we wanted to pay them more money to do stuff that didn't.
would we be able to check, like, what's the current Oregon standard for having pedestrian islands on a big road? Like, is there certain markings that are required for, yeah, because I mean, it is, it's a highway.
And I don't even think there's any signs on it, are there? It's literally just the
It's
big.
just there, and that's the other thing, is like, it's got a couple little reflectors on the ground around it, but otherwise, it's just there with no illumination, no sign, so at nighttime. Where 99 isn't the brightest area, like a vehicle could very easily just run into it, over it, through it, whatever. You're.
May I suggest that we ask ODOT what the purpose of that island is? Maybe they have some other idea in mind. But we don't know. It just,
I'll call their permit specialist and see what's going on, see if he knows anything.
Yeah.
Is this done?
Maybe they might know,
Start of something.
maybe they forgot.
Seems like it needs something. And then the other question was, can we please have an update on the Walnut Street extension?
I was gone, but did the IGA get approved?
Mhm.
So council just approved an IGA for us to build a road out of the city limits
Mhm.
to city standards. And so that's gotta go back for the commissioners. We got approval for, well, right now we're working on, you can see the equipment out there, getting the sewer under 99 E.
Mhm.
So that's the first phase. The second phase is getting the ODOT to allow us to put a traffic signal and an access permit for to enter on 99 E. That has gone back and forth. That's what's taking the time. That's gone back and forth 3 or 4
That's
times.
still underway.
But it's back in ODOT's lap now. We've met all their expectations, so we're hoping to have a green light on that. And then,
No pun intended.
thanks. Once that's done and the county commissioners approve the IGA between Clackamas County and City of Canby, we should be ready to put it out to bid.
Okay, so we
So-
can't take it out to bid yet because we need to sign off from the commission. Does the
Urban
county?
renewal district, the urban renewal agency also did one for the easements.
So thanks, Councilor Inslee. The URD Urban Renewal District bought 3-acre parcel there to put the road through. And the Urban Renewal District had to deed the easements over to the city, because you're legally through the county, you gotta purchase the easement, the right of way to build the road through there. So that's done, right? Tracy, that's all.
Yeah, that was the same night we did an urban renewal meeting back with the council.
It's all starting to come together. It's just,
Well, we can't put it out to bid until
we gotta have all.
ODOT comes back. And then how long is it usually between putting it out to bid and being able to have somebody start? I mean, I'm sure it varies.
Yeah, once we have all the permits, all the stuff squared away, everything, all the approvals from the county, I mean, we'll put it out to bid for 3 weeks and then. Once it comes back, then it's gotta go through the council process, 2 readings and a 30-day waiting period, so. Once we get the permitting, it'd be a couple months, 3 months probably before we could get a signed, executed contract. We're looking at a little bit.
So we might not be able to start until like next summer-ish.
I would hope to be before that.
Yeah,
But-
Spring Valley.
But who knows, the way, there's just so many, everyone, and I know everyone's getting super frustrated with it, but building a city street
What's the big deal?
in the county is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So then OLCC, they broke ground a while ago. Do they have, Tracy, are you aware of what their?
I don't have any updates on.
they're still
progress.
past that.
Let's see if we're gonna move on to Brianna,
Sorry,
she can maybe answer some of these questions or. You're on mute, so if you're gonna talk,
Here we go.
there we are. Do you have
About Walnut,
any updates on anything that we need to know about?
the church parking lot was approved without the additional entrance. So I thought that went really well. The other thing I wanted to let folks know about is we are down a planner. My counterpart Emma took another job. So we are supposed to be a team of 6 and we're a team of 5 right now. And her job is posted. So hopefully we'll have another associate soon. Other than that, I don't have any more project updates. We kind of have a lot of things in the very early stages, but nothing that's gone through completeness and is scheduled for decision yet. So as those come up, I can let you guys know.
Now, the one that you're referring to, that's the one on, let's see,
Or excuse me, Ivy.
On 4th.
kind of in the, but near that church, it's there.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
We had a building or a house rather on the corner of 94th, which they tore down and they wanted to extend their parking lot. And their original proposal was asking for a lot of variances and for a new entrance that would have been like 25 feet from Ivy. And that was what we declined to allow, because they already have lots of in and out of that parking lot. So now we won't have another entrance to their close to the south side of Ivy.
Yeah, I thought planning commission did a great job with that one. It's pretty complicated. They made good decisions.
Perfect. Okay, well, thank you for your. Yeah.
Don't you want Tracy?
Oh, Tracy, yep, sorry, Tracy.
Well, what I would have reported has already been said, so I'll take any questions that haven't been answered, but I do want to also say that we are doing another round of the Citizens Academy. So sign up for that. It starts, I believe, in January. I think they're taking signups online right now, so.
Is that a lot different than the first one they did some time ago? Because I remember doing that.
I think it's gonna be similar, kind of another. I don't know if the classes are gonna be exactly the same, but it'll be similar, because it was full at the 25 people. I think they're trying to keep it to that size, so they're just gonna keep offering it till, I guess, until no one's interested.
I had a good time.
Yeah.
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 So there, that's going on, and then, of course, we've got first Thursday and the tree lighting coming up first week of December before our next meeting, so.
Thanks much.
Okay, one thing that I am noticing that I appreciate with UPS is the trucks are now using, a driveway on, Burke Parkway 13th. They're parking in another business driveway. So they're not on the sidewalk or blocking the roadway. I've noticed that when I've come home from work around 5:30, it's been nice to drive by and see that they're actually utilizing another business for their driveway. I'm assuming they got permission or something, but that's been a hazard in the past. The only thing that I do notice as a downfall is just people running the red light at Burke Parkway and 99. But that's normal thing that's been happening in the town.
Gary?
Hello, I think you covered most everything that appears to me. I think we move in the right direction, maybe a little road trip with Tom and see if we can shake things up a little.
Perfect.
I've exhausted all money. Questions?
Jenny?
Same.
Okay, Jackie?
Big things are finally resolved on the stop trucks and concrete trucks that were going down Southwest 13th.
Yes.
That was pretty obnoxious there for a few weeks. I mean, that was really unusually high number and Jake freaking never called it. Stop
I
sign.
know, I sent Jethro a text and said,
That's
do you have any
the same
patrol
text.
people? And he sent 2 down there because they were running the stop sign on Elm and speeding and it was
not
bad.
So I work at home, so all day I was.
Is it for Sequoia Logistics?
Well, this
Well,
was when they were doing Ivy, when they were pulling up all
Oh.
the concrete, it was the dump truck that were hauling it out and they were just,
I assumed it was Sequoia because that's all going on.
no, it was, yeah, it was.
They were on the way out of town and the way in. Let's see, oh, do we know when the township lights can get turned on? I know it's flashing yellow.
Yeah, that, I wanted to let everyone know on that. So it's gotta, when we did that, it doesn't warrant a signal there. So.
Not yet.
Not yet. So everything's wired and plug and play. So as soon as we have all the stuff, so as soon as someone directs me to put it in or, yeah, well, it's just, what our DKS engineering keeps saying, it will make it more unsafe. That's what they say.
Because I
But
don't think people don't go there to take a look.
the county's like, no way, Jerry, you can put it in. And the good thing about this is it would have been so hard to get the real estate to put that signal in later down the road.
Yeah, so it's the.
It's all ready to go. It's all, it's just, we gotta get an engineer to say it's okay to light it up.
They said it would make it more unsafe.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
I have many opinions about it,
Yes,
they are not.
That's why you don't ask an engineer.
I was gonna say.
I understand they make a recommendation, I'm like, what?
Once it becomes a city signal, once it's city, they said we can do what we want with it. It's just,
They made some interesting recommendations in the past, right? And-
Absolutely. Say it even louder.
Loud and proud.
but it was a hard no, and it was a battle to get it in, ready to go.
I noticed on Facebook, Cam, you know, a lot of people were asking, why did they put that in? That's so stupid. It's like, just take a breath, let 'em. You know, it's
Looks
cheaper
very
to put it in, it's cheaper to put it in now and have it ready to go than it is to
And we
start the
only,
roads. You complain about that later.
We're gonna take a beating on it, but it's doing the right thing.
Yep, absolutely.
and the only other thing was just dealing with the trailer park and the parking in front of my house for days at a time. They've been there for a few weeks, but now they're back.
Who?
People park in front of my house for the trailer park for
Oh.
days, so I had to call code enforcement and everything.
Yeah, now it's a truck.
It's like on speed dial.
No, you're done. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, Good for you, and then that reminded me, I have a pretty important update. Did you ever go into the October 21st Clackamas County meeting?
No, I didn't.
Okay, that's okay, but they there. That's all. Okay, so the important update is, so you know how we have the corner of Southwest Third and Grant, and there's all of those abandoned vehicles and kind of debris that's just kind of building everything up. Chris Ann in code enforcement is all over it. She had sent requests to Scott Property Management. They are the owners.
They are.
Yeah. And so the tenant who has been there for years with all that stuff collecting, she's working with them and they have until the end of November to remove everything that is a vehicle. Cause there are large trucks and then there's dismantled cars and boats and that stuff has to be done by the end of November and everything has to be done by the end of December.
Oh,
Hey.
Great,
Yeah.
because the tenant did not get a renewal on their lease, the staff was like, you need to get this crap out of here, so they're basically working with them, and then by the end of the year, it should all be done, so.
That's great.
They're being full, you know, she's worked with them, giving them flexibility, the original notices, we're a little more threatening, you know, the official 10 or 15 day window kind of thing, but you know, they don't try to be aggressive about it, they try. So that's what we are hoping to see.
That's a great update.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Tom O'Brien.
I have no issues, but I do want to express my appreciation to the Canby Police Department. Of all the cities I've lived in over my years, they're absolutely the finest.
Thank you.
Really, fantastic job.
Pass that along.
I'll second that. Anybody else? Check in the mail.
No. One of the options that we put on our online reporting thing is there's a complaints and commendations. So.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Not that I'm competing with that, but thank you, Tom. That's very nice.
Yeah, that's all.
You have the best police.
Me too. And fire.
Public Works.
Yeah.
Leadership.
All right, and then me and I think we've talked about everything that I needed to talk about.
We can adjourn.
At 9:50.
That's a lot more than we did it. Time.
First, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you guys. And, Maria, thank you.
Every,
Bye.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, you too.